Okay, so thought I'd make a video, sort of like a midterm video to go over a few things. The main thing is the flyer assignment. There's going to be a couple bonus assignments. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. This is the flyer assignment instructions. Okay, it's due at the end of April, right? And there will be an announcement about if you submit it early, there might be some bonus points that you can earn. So watch for that announcement. If you have me for Bio 1, you've already done this. If you haven't, that's why I kind of wanted to make this video. It's mainly about the flyer. So it's, right, these are some of the topics, general topics that you could use, right? You should pick a more specific one. I changed these directions, so if you downloaded this or looked at it, say before, March, then it's probably changed. I'm making this video in the spring of 2021. So if you're watching this in the future, it might look up here a little different, but or not line up all the dates. You get 30 points for completing this. Normally what we did with these flyers is you would print them and bring them to lab, and you might discuss them there. So that's why I've got create a flyer. It should be one page, right? So if it's 2 pages or 3 pages, you might deduct points, right? Follow the directions. These are the things you should include, right, in the file, right? You're submitting a file instead of a sheet of paper, right? So the file should be a docx file, right? A Word program. You should upload 2, one containing a second page containing 3 references. So it's 2 files, right? 2 separate files, right? I deduct points if it's not. One for your references and one for the flyer itself. It should be at least 220 words, okay? And what I want you to do, people have submitted these in the past as a JPEG image or something like that. I don't want images. I want you to, I want the Word application, and it should have a word count on it. So I know that you submitted 220 words. If I can't open up the file, I'll give you 0 until you give me a file that does. If you have difficulty, you can always email it to me. That would be okay too, but I prefer you upload this into the assignment folder for the flyer. Remember, Turnitin will assess it. That means they just Google or search your flyer and then if someone else submitted something and turned it in and it's exactly the same, then it'll tell me who submitted it and when. Or if you've used sentences from your references. Don't do that. Put it in your own words. Okay? So include 3 references. It's a real easy 30 points, and I'll give you some bonus points if you turn it in early. That's the other nice thing about it. Now I added, this little caption. I thought I ought to use this, student progress. So if you're doing fine, your grades are good, I don't really look to see if you've been viewing the videos or playing with the PowerPoints. This class, you guys, I think, are a little bit high. You're better students than the Bio 1 students usually. You're the good Bio 1 students that usually take Bio 2. So I added this to let you know that I can view, if you're doing poorly, I can go to, say, this is a list of a person in the class, and these are it's like in the content section, the videos for chapter 19, chapter 27, chapter 21. This person visited the video for chapter 21 and viewed it for 58 seconds. Right? She probably watched, or he watched all of chapter 19, right, where there was 17 minutes and 40. That's about probably how long it was, right? And it was viewed twice too, right? So, but a lot of these, it tells me if you bother to view them at all. And if you're doing okay without viewing them, it's not a problem. Okay, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that, you know, instructors can view when we have assignments in the content section, you know, we can see them. So there will be a bonus assignment. It'll start this month in March. So if you go to assignments now, you'll see this fungus video assignment. It's called fungal growth. You click on this, it'll take you to a video that's found in the content section under, right, it's under videos in the content section. But you can click on that to get to it. It's not a YouTube video. So what you should do is download the assignment questions, right? And then as you're watching the video, the questions will be answered in the order that I've got them in, right? So it's not that hard. What you ought to be doing when you answer the question is using the words and try to, you know, if it's hyphae or mycelium or things like that, asexual versus sexual, write all those words down in your answer. The more you write and see these words, the better you understand them. So it's just sort of a little bonus, 10 bonus points. If you don't do it, it's not going to hurt you. But I just wanted to give you, I might even make one for April too. And if I do, it'll be similar. It'll be in the assignment folder right underneath this one. It'll probably be worth 10 bonus points as well. So, you know, the flyer assignment is what I just discussed. That you're going to open up this to complete that. The fungal video, there'll be another video under the fungal video if I, you know, when I add the next one, I'll probably add another assignment for you as well. And this video will be, you'll be able to click on this video. I might add a few more instructions here, but you just submit, you know, it should be 2 Word files, one for references, and I'll add the instructions here. But the instructions are also in the content section for the flyer. So if you go to content, flyer, all right, here's the flyer instructions I went over. You guys should be pretty, but I've learned to embed the links to these stuff in the announcements to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so anyway, you guys, so far, you know, with the exam 1, you guys did really well, and I would expect you to, you know, do well. Just keep in mind, in the lab, you need to complete all your assignments in the lab. If I have to curve it, maybe it adds, I think one year I added 30 points to everybody's lab points, right, because the grades were so low. So if that happens again, it's a little bit easier, I think, now that it's online. The quiz questions I notice are pretty easy. Hopefully you prepare for the 2 practicals, right? Take the mock practical if you want. There might be questions. You know, it's a good practice. So anyway, study hard.